This is lesson 5 in the marketing course. This video will be geared for real beginners because I will be demonstrating and making suggestions about several beginner marketing concepts. So I'll have timestamps below so those who already know the beginning concepts of marketing online can skip over the beginner parts. I will also go over the pros and cons of Canva Free and Canva Pro. Although I think it's a great deal for the Pro version, I will explain how you may choose to stay with using the free version and put the $10 a month you save into your book ads budget. I will also explain and demonstrate how to choose templates based on a line of products, including your books, instead of starting from just a pretty template. This could be instrumental in your decision to go with Canva Pro or stay with Canva Free and Gimp as I do. In online marketing, it's important to post frequently on social media, and only posting about your book or books can get boring for both you and your viewers. So I will give you a few ideas on constructing a line of complementary products around your books so that you will have much more to post about. Since we are all different ages, different ethnicities, write in different genres, and are interested in different things, your product line will be determined by what's unique about you, your books, and your other interests. When I say products, you may choose to sell things along with your books, or you may decide to use giveaways or just interesting tidbits and tips as part of this product line. As I've stated before, marketing isn't something you do, it's something you build. You can build up your product line a little at a time. I think this lesson will at least get your imagination moving in the right direction. I have a lot to cover, so let's get started. I presently have 13 books to post on social media about. But if I only posted about my books, it would be really boring and even really obnoxious. So as I stated in the introduction, it is important to build a complementary line of products and other interesting tips, tidbits, downloads, etc. around your books. I write an author's blog and have designed several writing templates for downloads that I post about. And this year, I also began to create some additional products to add to the marketing lineup, which I will show you next. I went over a brief list of suggestions in our last lesson, but those were only the ones that popped into my mind at the time. If you search online products or digital products, you will find more YouTube videos or blogs that give you lots more ideas for your custom line of marketing products. Don't just think in terms of products to sell. Think of giveaways, contests, surveys, trivia that interests you, blog articles, tips from your life as an author. Each person will develop their own unique line of products and interests. Here is a list of products that I have built and am presently building around my books. I have t-shirts around reading, writing, computer work, etc. I'm presently designing some bookmarks to give away. I have Scribner templates, mystery writing templates, and some infographics too. Any kind of a giveaway is a good way to quickly build your reader or newsletter email list. So now that I've explained what I mean by product line, I'll go into Canva and we'll look at the pros and cons. Okay, so here I am in Canva. Now this video is going to be about whether or not you should go with Canva or Gimp, or whether you're going to use both, which is what I do. I'm going to start with the pros of Canva. Canva is a very popular program. And part of what's good about Canva is that on YouTube, you will be able to find hundreds if not thousands, of tutorials on how to use the program. And that's important. The other thing that's good about it is they do have a free plan. And the free plan is not just to come on. There's enough in the free plan that you can use it as a tool and make it work for you. Okay. The other thing that's good about Canva is it has stock video that it offers as part of everything else that it offers. It offers all kinds of templates, all kinds of pictures. I believe now that it's even hooked up with some parts of AI that you can also use. So you won't beat how much you get for the money. So just because it offers stock video alone, it's worth the pro price. The pro price is, at the time of this recording, $120 a year, which is $10 a month. You'll never beat that, because to even buy one clip of stock video, usually it's more than $10. So it is the best deal in town, which is probably why people are Canva crazy right now. People are just completely crazy about Canva. It is a wonderful, wonderful program. Now, the cons of Canva is that you can't just pop in and start using Canva and come away with something really great. There's a learning curve. And part of the reason there's a learning curve is there's so many things available to you. So you will have to make a commitment to Canva. It's going to take you at least 2 weeks of watching 1 to 2 YouTube videos, YouTube tutorials a day to get enough skill to be able to really get going in the program. So just know that ahead of time, that there is going to be a bit of a learning curve. The other thing that is wonderful about Canva, but hasn't really worked for me, is that although the templates, as you can see as I scroll here, are absolutely beautiful, the design is great. You couldn't ask for better. The color scheme's wonderful. However, I've never been able to take a template and actually make it work for me, because I'm an author. I sell books that have a certain specific size to the cover. I have a blog that I post from, so that also has certain sizes and certain colors. So for some reason, the templates never work for me. Even though they're gorgeous, they just never work for me. And that's why I always wind up either taking a template and going into Gimp, which is what I'm going to show you in a minute. And this is why I'm suggesting that you might use Canva, but I would suggest trying to get away with the free version of Canva first, because you too, unless you are selling online courses on how to use Canva, you might run into the same problems I'm having, but for different reasons. So let's go over to Gimp and I will explain more about what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I am inside the Gimp program, and this is the template that I found on Canva, and it's for downloading my new ebook. So this, I figured, would really work for me because it's about an ebook, but it didn't. And the reason it didn't is because my cover didn't fit in the ebook here, okay? And these colors were not right for my branding. So what did work though is the layout. And I'm going to show you now. I used this layout for the idea of what I needed. And let me see if I can. And this is what was my final design. So as you can see, it was greatly influenced by what I found on Canva. But I was able to make it work for me because I needed different sizes and different colors. So this matches my branding, and it also uses what I think is a really nice design from Canva. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so here is another template that I found on Canva. And so I thought, well, this will work for me because I want to put my new book here. on top in this on the right hand side, and then I can put a picture of myself as the author, and then I can put, just another picture maybe of the back of the book or something else, and then just swap out this text here, and maybe even a button to, buy now. But as I began to work in Canva trying to make this work for me, what happened was this picture on the right hand side is way too wide for a book cover. The next problem was that I do have a small picture of myself that's in a circle, so that this shape is not going to work for me. And then down here, I wasn't sure what I was going to even put there. And I also noticed, which I'm going to go into in the next part, that white backgrounds are not that great on Pinterest. Okay, and this is a Pinterest template. So what I wound up doing is taking the idea from the template, and this is ultimately the design that I came up with. So it was influenced by what I found on Canva, but I had to make it my own. And in order to do that, I needed Gimp. I needed to be in control of the sizes and the layout with a little bit more control than I had in Canva. So let's go to the next one. Okay, so here's another template that I found. Okay, and as I tried to make this work, what I realized was that these book covers are elongated. In other words, the proportion is off on all of them. Plus, the other thing is, this doesn't fit on the Pinterest size. So that was a problem. So what I did was I just used some guides. Okay, I just pulled the guides in, and I divided the width by 3, okay, and then I sort of created my own. So let's see. Okay, so this was eventually what I came away with. Okay, and so this is more proportional, but again, I needed the control that only Gimp can give me in order to put this together. I was not able to use a template to create something like this. So that's why, although Canva is wonderful and they offer quite a bit, I can never make that work for me because I have to be in control of the sizes and the placement of things more than the templates give me control of. The pros of the Gimp program are that it is free and that you have complete control over the size of things, over the placement of anything that you put. You have complete control over your colors, over every single thing you can change. There's nothing that you can't change in Gimp. And the other thing that is a pro about Gimp is that this is the toolbox over here. These are all tools that you can use when using Gimp as a graphics management tool. However, you only need to learn 5 or 6 of them in order to really become proficient at the program. So just like there is a learning curve on Canva, there's also a little bit of a learning curve on Gimp. Now, you might not find thousands of tutorials on YouTube on how to use Gimp. You will find, 100 of them. They're there from many years ago until today. And the other thing that I love about Gimp, and no one ever talks about this, is that Gimp has been free for, I think, over 10 years. And this program was put together by a group of benevolent developers. And their motivation, from what I understand, was to offer something free so that people in the world who don't have money, they can, learn how to do graphic design. So these developers gave of their time, their energy, and their know-how in order to sort of gift this to the world. So when you get the email or whatever it is to donate, think about donating, because these were people that decided to do this for all the right reasons. That's the other thing I love about Gimp. In the next part of the video, I'm going to talk about choosing which program you want to focus on based on your product line. Every person that is posting to social media, a website, you know, writing books, everyone has a product line, no matter what it is. So you're going to look at what you are selling, what type of attention you are looking to get on Pinterest or these other social media sites. And from there, you will determine what type of templates you actually need, because you don't need just beautiful templates. You need templates that are going to fit with what your product line is and what you want these templates to do. So let's go into that part of the video. Based on your book genre and your planned line of products and or giveaways, you will want to find what kind of post will work for you. Most newbies start with finding a template, and that's where it can get frustrating. I will show you in the next video how to analyze social media for what you need and what will work. You will see that Canva is a place for beautiful templates, but it may not be the best place for realistic templates. I will demonstrate by searching with a few of my own keywords, but you will want to use keywords from all of your products to see what social media posts dominate before you choose a template. This is how you should determine the type of templates to begin with. Once you have a collection of workable templates, the creation of different social media posts will get very quick and very easy. Here's a little tip about branding. I started with the 6 colors in the center of this palette, but after posting daily on social media for over a year, I had to extend my palette to keep things more interesting. So I put together an extended palette, and this is what I work with now in creating all of my social media posts. Now we'll go into another demonstration where I will show you how to analyze social media to determine what type of template, layouts, and ideas will work for you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about starting from your product line. Okay, so right now I have 13 books. So that gives me a lot of choices for what I can post on social media. I can post about all those different books. I still do book funnel book promotions on a weekly basis. I can post about those. I also have most of my books in Kindle Select, so I have free book giveaways all throughout the month. I can post about that. I do a writer's blog where I write articles for other writers, so I can post about that. Now, after a while, it got a little bit boring, even with all of that, because it's just book, here's my book, here's my book, here's my book. How many times can you say that? So I started to branch off this year, and I thought to myself, this would have been really good to know in the very beginning for when I was just starting out. Because in the beginning, I only had one book, just like everyone else who starts out. And I always participated in the book funnel, book promotions, okay? But then you can start building complementary products that you can give away or post about so that you can break it up a little bit and it's not all about the one book. Okay, so one of the things that you can post about is you can, once you decide whether you're going to go with Canva or Gimp or both, you can create some digital download products to give away. And you can use these giveaways to build a reader list. You ask the person for their name and their email, and then you give them the giveaway. The other thing that you can do once you get good at Canva and or Gimp is you can create templates that you can give away. Templates specifically for writers and authors, specifically for people who are giving away blog articles, things like this. So you can either sell those. Sometimes people sell this stuff on Etsy Okay, I think there's a cost or an expense in that. But in any event, you could use it as a giveaway just to be able to build your reader list. Now, the other thing that I discovered this year, which I wish I had known when I was brand new, was this print on demand. So I have a shop at T Public and Redbubble, like, a million other people. So I'm going to be honest with you. I've only sold one t-shirt on here. Now, I make a lot of t-shirts in my particular area, which is, people who are book crazy, people who love to read, people who do computer work, graphic designers. I have some about dogs, and I have some with Christian scripture. Okay. And so that allows me to break up my list a little bit. And it allows me to have something else to post onto social media to, just broaden my horizon, who might be discovering me on social media. I also do checklists and cheat sheets for other writers. So this is something that I kind of focus on. And I have a few things where I really like the software. I do some tutorials, and I think I have one or two affiliate links for one or two of them. I can't even remember which ones they are. So, as a new author, I would suggest at least these things here so that you will have something to post every single day on social media. And as we move along in this online course, I will show you ways that you can begin from scratch, from one book and a couple of mugs or, t-shirts, and build a marketing calendar where you will have, four, five, six, or more things to post on a daily basis, and it will be effortless. And I mean effortless. So keep watching and keep doing the course. So now that we have talked about a product line, okay, and got your creative juices going there, let's now talk about finding templates that are going to actually work for you. Now, I want to go back to Canva here, and I want to do book. I've already searched for book promotion, okay? And so let's see here. Here are the posts that have come up here. Okay, and as you can see, they're all very beautiful. They're all very, very nice. The same gorgeous coloring, the pastels, the fancy fonts, really beautiful work. Okay, but let's go now more towards real life. Okay, so here I am on Pinterest. And on Pinterest, I have searched book releases. All right. And so this is how your Pinterest posts are going to be seen. No one is going to be looking at your in particular post and evaluating how beautiful the colors are and how swirly the fonts are. They're going to be scrolling like this. Okay. And all of these other posts here, this is what you call competition. Okay. And as I scroll down, you can see there are no neutral colors. There are no whites or light grays, anything like that, because those colors don't work on Pinterest, especially not in this particular niche. Okay, so what you want to do is using your list that we just went over of your product line, you want to search on Pinterest to look at what comes up when you key in your keywords. So this one is book releases. I have a new book coming out in about a week or so. So here we go. So as you can see, bright colors is what you need to have. And the thing that really captures the most attention are these white boxes in the center with big, giant, bold print. Occasionally, they will use a few different fonts. They'll throw a different color in there. But generally speaking, that is what captures the eye, the human eye, as you go down. are these center boxes here that are what capture the attention. You can see how the beautiful book covers just blend into the background, okay? And it is really the giant font that gets the attention as you are scrolling. So when you make a template, this is the type of template you want to make. So what you can do is you can, using a capture software, which I can't use right now because I'm using it to do the video, you would take a screenshot of, let's say, this particular post, and then you would come over into Gimp. You would post it onto a page, okay? And then this way you can start accumulating designs that are going to work for you. Now I'm going to go over some of these designs, but first I want to show you, I want to continue where we were, looking at what Pinterest actually serves up, because I think there's a lot to be learned there. Okay, so here's the next one. I searched out police procedural books because one of my series is a police procedural book. Okay, and again, there are no neutral colors. There are no soft, swirly fonts. It's all these big, bold fonts. This is what gets the attention. Now, earlier I saw some of my own things come up here that I had posted a long, long time ago that, oh, here's one of them. See, this is from 100 years ago. And I would never use a white background. I didn't know that at this time, so that's why this is here. But the good news is that it comes up on the first page. But anyway, my design has gotten much better because I've done more analyzation. Now this one here is also mine, and it does come up on the first page, which is good. It does have a picture of my book. However, there was a time when I started to post to all the different social media sites where I had the attitude that, look, 1,000 by 1,000 fits on all these different sites. I'm not going to make a special size for Pinterest. So I would just upload my 1,000 by 1,000 pixel pictures onto Pinterest and, move on with my life. But what I realized in recent months was that Pinterest sends a lot more traffic to my website than any of the other sites put together. So now I have taken to making the size that Pinterest prefers to do my posting. So that's another lesson that I have learned along the way that I pass on to you. Okay, so as you go down here, you're going to do the same thing. Here's another one of mine here. And as you can see, the red background, that shows up much better. It's much more attention getting than any of this white kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to pull up your next set of keywords and then go through, keep scrolling and scrolling until you find a real world template that's actually going to work for you. You're going to take a screenshot of it and bring it back to Gimp and put it on your sheet so that you can start building your own templates that are going to actually work for you. Let's go to the next one here. Okay, now this is about graphic tees. Okay, and we just went over that. This is a complementary product that you can sell, and even if you don't sell a lot, it still gives you something to post about. And as you can see, as you scroll down here, the black and white tends to show up the best. Let me put it that way. And a close-up on the shirt also works. All right. And I noticed that most of these people have cut off the heads of whoever has the shirt on. That's also seems to be something that works. So again, you go through the real world posts and you find out what comes up on the front page when you put in your keywords, and you see which one of these templates do you think you can work around. And for some of these products, you're going to want not just one template, you're going to want maybe 2, 3, or even 4 so that you can always constantly change up your postings. And once you get really good at using Canva and Gimp, or even just Gimp, then, making a new template, it just takes minutes. Okay, so let's go one more here. Okay, so this one is mugs about books. Okay, and this is also from the complementary product line. So again, these are the mugs that come up on the first page using the keywords. So what you would do is you would look at the coloring, the graphics, and decide which ones, are capturing the most attention. Which ones do you think you can use? Like this one here. If you have multiple books, you can line up your books and put the mug in front of it. That would be an idea. So go through all of these keywords and isolate and pick templates that you can work with. I'm just going to show you one more, and this one is an important one. Okay, so this one is mystery plot template. Now I do a lot of templates that I give away, and these documents are made in Microsoft Word or Google Sheets, whatever. So they're black and white. They're very boring, even though they're loaded with information and the information is very organized, and they are very, very popular. However, as you're going down again on Pinterest, you can see that the ones that have more color are the ones that stand out. Now, this one is mine, okay, from 100 years ago, I think. And I do have my website branding, but this was my early branding. It's not that great. And the sheet is kind of lost. Okay, now here's another one that is mine. Comes up on the first page, which is good news. But the thing, and this is very popular. I get a lot of traffic from this, but look how boring it is. Look how boring. But now look at this guy here. So I copied this into Gimp, and I'm going to make going forward, I'm going to make carousels for my templates so that I can have more of a colorful, eye-catching first page, and then have the actual boring page as page 2, so that I can take advantage of getting the attention from people scrolling down the page and yet still offer them the template that they really want. So anyway, those are the pages that I isolated to give you an idea of the difference between lovely templates that are just on their own and real world templates, and what you're going to need in terms of what your product line is. So let me go back to Gimp. Okay, so now I'm back in Gimp, and this sheet here I made earlier today, and what I did was I went and did the exercise we just went through, and I got new templates that I want to use coming up in the next week or two. And I found some very nice ones and discovered one or two things that I want to pass on to you. So let me tell you what they are. First of all, we've already talked about having a first page graphic that's more attractive, and then using the carousel to put the boring template page on the second page so that you can take advantage of getting attention with color. Okay, we already did that. Then the next thing is to reiterate really that offering downloads is a way that you can build your reader list, which is the first thing you need to do in any new marketing plan as a new author. So any type of freebie that you can think of is worth your while to try to give away. If it's related to book writing, it's even better, but whatever you come up with is fine. So I would use a graphic again on the first page, and on the second page have the actual worksheet, because again, it's probably going to be a Word document, very boring, black fonts on a white background. So I would do the same thing here. Now, the only list of things that I saw in my travels that actually catches the eye was this one, this third picture here. And that's because it is on, let me go in closer here. It is on a background template that appears to be a yellow legal pad. Okay. And because of the coloring, it showed up very well in the scan. And so this would be, and then of course they are using a font that looks like handwriting. So this would be okay for a list of some kind because you're still using color to capture attention. And this yellow pad really was eye-catching. So let's go down to the next one here. All right, so this one here is, let's see, this one was just a template that I saw that was using the lighter colors. I know people that use Canva are crazy for all of these neutral colors. This one was a post on Pinterest that had a gray neutral background, and yet it still was enough to be eye-catching. So I thought I would capture that one to just show it to you, that you can make the neutrals work for you, but I think that you just need to use more saturated color. They can't be quite as pastel as they are on Canva. Now, another way to get attention and get people to sign up for things is to offer either coloring book pages, or in this particular case, I found this bookmark coloring. So whether, someone would print this out for themselves, or whether they would print it out for a daughter or a son, I don't know, but this would be something interesting that you could create. You might even be able to find something like this on Canva and be able to make a template out of it and offer this as another giveaway. Another thing that you can do, and this would also probably be a way for you to show several of the products that you're offering from TeePublic or Redbubble, is to come up with an idea like cheap last minute teacher gifts under $5. I would, of course, leave the under $5 off because nothing at Redbubble is $5. But sometimes people are willing to pay money for the convenience of just clicking and buying something. But again, it's using this gigantic font against a very colorful background. So I really liked this template. So that's why I saved this one. Okay, and this one was another one where they used the neutral gray background. That's the only color that actually caught my attention in all of the surfing that I did, was gray, which is a neutral color, but it has a little bit more saturated color in it. This one is actually pulled from my photograph. And then again, it has a very colorful box with the bold print. Okay, this was very eye-catching, so I also saved this to be another template. Now, the other thing I noticed was that there were certain things that just capture attention because of what they are. One of which is any picture that has fire in it, and any picture like this one that has smoke in it, and any picture that has like fireworks in it, because the human eye just naturally goes towards that. So that's why I copied this one, because I think I would like to try to find a way to use some smoke or some fire in some of my future book posts. And then the last one here, we're almost done, is another giveaway. This one is for a holiday, and it's a word scramble. So you could do this for a holiday, and maybe instead of having the ribbon, a picture of one of your t-shirts that you've designed or a mug that you have designed, and maybe have words from one of your books, or you can just have, words that have to do with reading. And again, this can be a way for you to gather names and emails for your reader list. So anyway, that's what I did. I put all of my templates on one page so that over the next couple of weeks, I can use these templates in order to create some new templates that fit the things that I do. And so what I mean by that is these first two I have planned to make not one picture, but 2 to 3 to create a carousel. So bearing that in mind, I will either do it here or I will do it in PowerPoint. But in any event, that's the plan as I move forward. So as a new beginner, this might help you in terms of what to post on social media, how to find the right templates, and how to go about creating a product line when you only have one book. I think this exercise will also help you make your final decision as to whether you are going to devote all of your time to working exclusively in Canva and go for their pro program, or whether you're just going to keep your Canva to find interesting templates to pull into Gimp. So hopefully that was my purpose anyway, was to give you enough information that you can make your own decision what's going to work for you. Now you have all that you need to build an ever-expanding marketing calendar. Most of the tools we talked about are free, leaving you more money to spend on book ads. Be sure to check out my blog posts on readfirstchapter.com, where I share the information and tips I wish I knew when I first started out. If you have any ideas for other courses or videos you would like to know about, feel free to post them in the comments below. Here is a snapshot of my books that are all available on Amazon.com. They're all presently in Kindle Unlimited or perma-free. You can also read the first 9% on my website to see if you would like to read them. Thank you for watching my video, and if you learned anything, I hope you will give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.